It is, it's officially that time of the build. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's time to start ripping into the Suburban. Let's take a look here. We've got an entire truck fully put together, running and driving. Running and driving with a 350 small block and an automatic. Here, we've got some brand new axles. Well, brand new to the truck. Brand new to the truck Cummins, brand new to the truck 5-speed, brand new to the truck transfer case. In order to get this stuff into the burb, we got to tear everything out of the burb. So that's what we're going to be doing today. That's what we're going to be doing over the course of the next few days, actually. We'll see. I'm going to try to get this done as fast as I possibly can, because I've kind of half got a deadline, kind of half got a goal in mind. I'm looking to get this truck done as soon as possible, as everybody is with their projects, but first weekend of June. It'd be really convenient for me to be able to drive all my friends together somewhere. And of course, the burb, it seats 8 people, so it'd be the perfect vehicle to do that. It'd be a lot better if I could do it with the Cummins diesel under the hood. So let's get into this thing. All right, now's the time when you guys are gonna wanna unplug everything and label everything. And I know what you're thinking, we're not using a lot of this stuff. We're not. I cut these injectors. Not using them, obviously, but I still label everything just because. You're likely not gonna use this stuff, but label it anyways, because it'll make it a lot easier when you go through this wiring harness, looking for that 12-volt hot wire, looking for that starter solenoid trigger wire. It's going to make it easier to find it, because you're going to be able to pick this up, say, oh no, that's not it, that's for the injectors. Oh, this is a carbon thing. Honestly, I don't know what it's actually called. It's just some sort of emissions crap. But anyways, I label it anyways. Whether I'm going to use it or not makes it easier for me to sort through this harness when it's time to do that. I'm probably going to start ripping more stuff off the engine. The idea here, guys, is disconnect everything from the motor because we're about to rip this sucker out. Wow, look at the angle of the dangle. It's pretty extreme right now. I'd love to say this thing's coming out. Actually, you know what? I'm confident when I say this thing will come out. It's just, it's tight, man. There's a lot of things catching on the side. Had to cut both exhausts further with the Sawzall. I have yet to do this one. As you can see, that one is getting hung up on the bump stop. Once I cut that though, should be ready to come on out. And yes, I am excited. Really nice that this thing is coming out in one piece. I mean, I hope it is. I didn't even take the transfer case off, the transmission off, or any of that stuff. It's all still here. I just have to charge a battery because, of course, the battery on the Sawzall is dead. So I can't make any more progress until I have that battery and I can cut that exhaust, and then it should come right out. While I wait for that battery to charge, it's probably a really good time to just check and make sure everything's disconnected anyways. This is a little bit of a mess in here. It looks chaotic, and it is chaotic. One of the big reasons for doing the swap was to get all that electronic bull out of the way, man. Just nice, mechanical, simple, powerful, reliable stuff is going to replace all that. There's so many wires that I'm going to have no reason to have anymore. I'm going to have to just cut things out of this. I'm giving it a good haircut. But I'm excited to do that because it'll really simplify the engine bay. It'll simplify everything, really. So, yeah, like I was saying, it's time to just take a break for the first time today and make sure everything's disconnected. We'll get to finish yanking this sucker out of here. And as the sun sets on another lovely day, we are this much closer to being diesel powered. Small block is out. Everything came out. One piece too. It was a lot for this old engine crane, but you know, I figured if it could lift a single Cummins, it could lift an engine, transmission, and transfer case all at once, because realistically, I mean, we're probably in the same ballpark. Shoehorning this thing out of the truck was a bit of a tough, I don't know, it was really tough, if I'm going to be honest. But I mean, persistence always pays off. Look at how hashed these motor mounts are. I think these are only 25 bucks, so I may as well get some more. Wow, look at this. Look at this spaghetti soup that's going on in here. What really gets me excited is knowing that I don't need any of that anymore. I just need a single 12-volt wire. That's gonna be awesome. Now, realistically, I need some of it for sure, but not a lot, and that's pretty cool. Just hook up the basics again. I'm gonna do my best to get all the gauges working. At this point though, I'm so sick of working on this truck. I think this is gonna end up like a lot of projects where you get like 80% of the way through and all of a sudden, you know, it runs, it drives, you're like, oh, do I need gauges? Probably not. No, I should get the gauges going. I think, like I said, I'm gonna do my best to get everything going. I've got everything labeled, so the labels should help me figure out what wires go to what sensors to run what gauges. But yeah, like I said before, about 90% of that wiring not really needed anymore, so things are going well. Definitely gonna have to clean the driveway, but let's focus here. Things are going well. Welcome back for a super fun, well, today's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. We made a lot of progress yesterday. Small block is out. But possibly the most exciting part about all this is it's a mail day. Got a nice little package here. So we're gonna do some unboxing. That stuff is gonna be crucial to getting this engine into this engine bay. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into work here. All right, engine mounting plates are out. That was all bolts. And they came out. Now I've got to deal with 4 rivets, 2 on each side here. And it's gonna be tight and nasty. So I'm gonna get out the death wheel and start the party. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. It's another day right in the middle of an engine swap. With any luck today, now that most of the work in the engine bay is actually done, today might be engine day. Maybe. We'll see. So I'm pumped up. I'm just gonna get to work as usual, taking you guys along with me so you can see the process, what I'm doing, what I'm up to. If anything needs further explanation, I'll tune you back in for another video. But yeah, enjoy the chaos. All right, cross members out. Those old motor mounts are out. The engine bay is kind of just free and open, so unbelievable. My camera shut off while I was unboxing and you guys missed all the action. Oh my God. But these are the motor mounts, and this is the cross member. Cross member came with all that nice hardware too. So yeah, this is from G-Force, I believe is the company that made it. I just bought it off summitracing.com. If you guys go on the website, just type in Chevy Cummins conversion. This is what's going to pop up. And 100%, you can make this stuff. I mean, it's not complicated. It's just a couple welds, some square tubing, and you know, 90-degree bends here and there. Not too complex. The motor mounts they're all just flat plate, you know, weld them up. But apparently, so says the internet, these guys put the Cummins in the engine bay in the perfect location. So I figured I'd save myself some time, energy, plus my welder's not that beefy, so I'd rather have really strong, heavy-duty welds. Figured I'd just pick these guys up. Not expensive either, so I don't know. I think worthwhile. We're gonna install them, and I'll give you guys, I guess, my post-install opinion once the motor's in there and sort of sitting in the location that this stuff sets it up in. We'll see what it looks like. Cross member's kind of sitting in here, just roughly hanging out over top of the holes. My first little issue is, I don't know if you guys can see, but these holes don't really line up perfectly. Not a huge deal though, because if you actually take one of these really nice heavy duty bolts that comes in the kit and try to fit it through the hole where the rivet was anyways, it doesn't quite fit on its own. So you do have to open up these holes a little bit. When you do that, obviously the hole will be a little bigger, and it should help everything sort of line up where it needs to line up. So yeah, step one, we'll get a drill. We'll open those up a bit. All right, just drilled out the holes a little bit. Should be able to start dropping some bolts in here now. Bolts dropped right in. It's beautiful. And I've already got the motor plate mount thingy in there, at least one of them. It's just sitting in there. I'm gonna bolt them in, but first I'm gonna take these old clamshells off of them because they are toasted, and I'm picking up new ones tomorrow. So yeah, we'll get after it.
Some friends, why did such a thing make you uptight and tense? You're high-strung, babe. You're high-strung, babe. And a high-strung woman makes for a high-strung man. I go out at night for a drink or two. It seems somehow that bothers you. You're high.
Okay, I think the time has come. We're gonna try to put the Cummins in there. I just finished tacking this piece here. You have to clearance for the front balancer, so I moved that down a little bit. I just have it tacked right now because I want to make sure that it's going to clear the balancer. Once I know for sure it's going to clear, I'll final weld that in. But we're at that point. It's gonna happen, and honestly, I've kind of just been like procrastinating for the last 5 minutes because my heart's pounding, but it's only gonna get done if we get into it. So let's get into it. We're gonna go for attempt number 2 here. Just hammered this lip on the firewall in. I think that was what I was getting caught up on. I could see 2 little indents, and it looked like the bolts that I had left in here. So I took these bolts out too. Hopefully a couple inches of clearance here, maybe ½ inch of clearance there. Hopefully that gets us there, but we're gonna give it another shot here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am soaking wet and I don't even care. It worked. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. That is a big girl inside of a big girl. And I know that sounds disgusting, but right now it's kind of turning me on. Look at this thing. Oh yeah. Diesel Suburban, baby. I feel like crap. I've been laying in literal puddles covered in grease, and it's still raining on me. It's a thunderstorm out here. There was thunder at one point, which was pretty awesome. But it's like I said earlier, things are only going to get done if you get them done. Nobody does this stuff for you, and I hope you have better conditions to work in than I do, because this isn't pleasant, obviously. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to make do with what you have. You got to play the hand you've been dealt. And I feel as though we played a great hand today. Look at this. Look at that. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Oh, yeah. So tomorrow, hopefully we'll do trans and transfer case. Got to figure out how to do that because I don't have a transmission hoist or anything. So tomorrow's going to be another sketchy, fun-filled day of getting gross and getting this project done. So stay with me. Party on.